following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
And the best worst-case scenario for the Cincinnati Bengals. This one should be fun. I can't wait to see the comments on this one after it's all over. Joe Burrow coming back. They say he's ready to go after the ACL has been repaired. And we all know what we think. We have told you time and time again about this team and what they should have done in the draft. Should have focused on protecting their quarterback, and they didn't. However, they do have a lot of weapons on this team. A lot of offensive weapons. The line is not good. Go ahead and fire it at us. We understand you believe it is good, but it's not. It's far from
best
good.
Case scenario for the Bengals. Do you believe in fucking miracles?
Yep. But even if a miracle does occur, how good can this team really be? Those of you in Cincinnati Bengals land who think that 10 or 11 wins is reachable,
those are crazy people.
Y'all are insane.
Yeah, those are crazy people. That's
Right.
what a crazy person sounds like.
Drive down to Ashtabula and go get some more of your meth, because that's not how this is going to go.
Yeah, no.
This is I like the future of this team if they can add a
coach.
few
Coach and the whole front office disappears. You've been the worst run franchise in football for 25 years. That's coming from a Jets fan, by the way. Since you like to throw that at me every time we do this, yeah, I understand my team's been poorly run too. Doesn't mean shit about yours. If this team wins 4 games, Zach Taylor should win Coach of the Year. Oh, straight up. If this team wins 4 games, he should win Coach of the Year.
I don't think there's a path to that happening.
Him winning Coach of the Year, or them winning 4 games? Because I agree with both.
Him winning Coach of the Year. Now, 4 games, I mean, that's not a whole lot. Just take a look at their schedule. I mean, they got Jacksonville. They could win that game.
They could. Yeah, it gets real thin from there, doesn't it? The beginning of their schedule is Vikings at the Bears at the Steelers. That's 3 easy losses.
Yeah.
I'll give you Jacksonville. Then you go Green Bay at Detroit. I'll give you that one just for posterity's sake. I don't think you're going to win on the road.
Okay, so that's 2.
We're at 2. Then you go at Baltimore, at the Jets, Cleveland Browns. You're winning none of those games. None. You're
At
2
New
and 7.
York?
Not
Maybe?
a shot in hell.
Maybe?
Not a shot in hell. You're going to New York to play a team with a better defense and a guy that you slighted is on the other side. Good luck. They will beat you to death. I'll bet it with any of you that you want to. Just drop your Venmo, bruh. At Vegas, loss. Pittsburgh, loss. LA Chargers, loss. San Francisco 49ers, loss. At Denver, I'll be generous and give you that one, and I don't have a fucking snowball's chance in hell how you're going to win that game. Baltimore, Kansas City, Cleveland. There you go. You got 3. Let's give you the Jets. You're at 4. Give you the Jets just for fun. That's the only other game that we even stopped on.
You know, it sounded stupid when you said it, but now that you say it and I see that schedule, I go, you know what? 4 wins, that might get you Coach of the Year. It's just a bad team. You've got pieces, but you don't have anything resembling a competitive team. The offense is going to be able to score points, but you're going to give up a shitload of points as well.
Brandon Pike, first of all, welcome in. That's a new name I've never seen. I don't disagree that your line is better. Here's the thing. Jackson Carman is a project. I said that when he was coming out. Now, I like the fact you're going to play him at guard, but he was a project. He's always been a project, and he will continue to be a project. Jonah Williams, I don't trust to say – I trust knowing shit about the Clintons more than I trust Jonah Williams to stay healthy. Riley Reef, yeah, he got cut in Minnesota for a reason. It wasn't a money move. He wasn't particularly good.
Right.
He's gotten very heavy-footed in his older years. And then it's just dudes. Like, you just got a bunch of dudes. And here's the thing that nobody seems to want to understand with Cincinnati. My slight on your offensive line is not all about the talent. The depth hurts, and what you ask them to do hurts. Think about the – all right, so you have to compare Zach Taylor apples to apples to an offense that is what he does. His offense came from where? Sean McVay. You have Rob Havenstein, and you have Andrew Whitworth. What are those two guys? Gigantic humans, because this is a quick-fire offense. You don't have that. You have a bunch of nimble guys, other than Riley Reeve, who, as I stated, was heavy-footed. They couldn't hold up last year, and I understand there was a lot of Bobby Hart and on and on and on. They couldn't hold up last year. You're paying a markedly tougher schedule this year. The AFC North got the toughest group of – it's the toughest schedule group in the NFL.
Yep.
Why? Do you know why it's so difficult? When they cluster this out by division, do you know why theirs is so difficult?
Why is that?
Because their NFC opponent is the West, which is the best division in football. You'll lose all 4 of those. You won't be close in any of those 4. You'll get beat by 20 in every one of those games. I don't care if San Francisco starts Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance, Joe Montana. I don't give a fuck who they start. They will slaughter you. And that's the part that people don't seem to want to. The schedule matters so much, and people just glean over it. Oh, we're better. We're better than we were last year. We won 3 games last year. We'll definitely win 6 this year. No, you won't, because you don't have 6 teams on the schedule you can beat. Best case scenario, the Bengals play the game of the year. There's not 6 winnable games on the schedule. There's just not. And I got news for you. When you're at the bye and you're 2-7, that wears on dudes, because they know we're going nowhere. So we're throwing our body at something that it's a lost season. And you tend to typhoon at the end. Yeah, you got the win against the Steelers last year. Woo, showed the fight. Woo. It was with Brandon Allen at quarterback. These are a bunch of dudes that were trying to make impressions to stay in the NFL. I don't buy Cleveland. I don't buy Cincinnati in the least. Their worst case scenario, they are who we thought they were. They are exactly who I think they are. They have great weapons. They're trending in the right direction. You have the wrong coach. I don't buy Zach Taylor in the least. I don't think he's an NFL head coach, and I never have. I think he's one of those, he shook hands with Sean McVay one time, so some of that genius had to rub off. No, it didn't.
I don't see this team being vastly better on the defensive side of the ball. The only thing they really added to the defense that I do like was Trey Hendrickson.
First of all, I have to say this, because Brandon Pike, I'm pretty sure, is a Bengals fan. They just said he loves our channel. And that's the first nice thing I think a Bengals fan has. It's not the first. Evan Doyle said some nice things too.
Yeah.
And I appreciate a realistic fan more than anything in this world. Because he followed it up with, it's a prove-it developmental year for us. We got talent on offense and defense, just got to figure out scheme and identity. God bless, it came from a Bengals fan. So hopefully when we cut this and put it out in Bengals groups, they will hear that and go, one of us said that, not the 2 of us.
Right.
That's all I've been trying to say. It's not that I hate your team. I don't give a damn about your team. I love one team, and there's 31 others that I cover for a living. That's it. There's no hatred. There's no anything. I hate New England. I do hate New England. I will admit that. I can't stand them. But I'm still, hell, just yesterday I was defending New England right here. So it's not a hatred. It's not a vendetta. It's not anything like that. There's a lot of, oh, we got Joe, we got Jamar Chase. Now we have guys we can buy their jerseys. We must be trending in the right direction. You're not wrong. I don't disagree with anything you just said. It's all of the little pieces that you have to figure out. And I fully believe Zach Taylor's not going to be the head coach of this team a year from now. I think, and hopefully the front office that has been as bad to you, the Bengal fan, as my Jets have been to me, hopefully you find a Joe Douglas. I would love it for you. I don't know who it is, but I hope you find one of those, because where I sit today, 2 years after Joe Douglas was hired, I hope that's where Cincinnati is a year from now. Firmly, I do. Jacksonville, I feel the same way. These teams that we've all been bottom dwellers, I love all of you. I want all of us to be good together. It's just, there's a lot of things about this team that I just don't fucking like.
No, the big question is, can the offense keep up with what their defense is going to allow? And I don't think that's the case. Not in any, in the majority, the vast majority of all of their games this year. The defensive side of the ball, to me, is the one that needs the most help.
And I would agree with you.
And you can't name just one move.
No.
That you would make, because you can go on every piece of the defense, except for maybe the defensive line. And even I'm not that wild on Larry Ogunjobi.
I like Ogunjobi. I like DJ Reader. I think you're going to be fine against the run.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is that I look at the back end of that defense, and outside of Jesse Bates, there's nothing I love. I love Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates is one of the most underrated players in the league, and I think that's a piece for you. I look at the linebackers. I don't love that. If guys get to the second level, I think you're going to struggle. I think you have pieces,
and
but
that's
you're
where
still
we live.
A year away from being a year away.
The problem is that's where we live now in the NFL. This is a passing league, so you have to be strong on the back end of your defense, or you're going to lose a lot of games, and that's the big problem that Cincinnati has. Anyhow, I think best case scenario, 5 wins, and I don't know how you're going to get to that. Worst case scenario, you're picking in the top 3 again. But that gives you a chance to add another piece.
Well, the bad thing is I don't think they're as bad as Jacksonville, Philadelphia, or Houston. That's if you really want a sad state of affairs here, I think you're going to be picking about 5 again next year. Good thing is there's going to be a lot of people that are trying to round peg square hole quarterbacks next year. Because Houston's going to need one. Who am I forgetting? Philadelphia's going to need one. Probably Atlanta, if they're up there. So you could end up with Kayvon Thibodeau.
And Detroit, if they're up there.
I'm still not.
You're still iffy, but
I like
for the
Garth
most
better than most.
Yeah, but if you had to bet your house on it, wouldn't you say they make a change at quarterback next year?
No.
If
I had to bet my house on it, I'd run away. I don't want to bet my house on this because I don't know where this is going to go. Because I never thought anybody would take on that contract. So there's a way of thinking there that I can't wrap my brain around.
Okay. No, I think you got an opportunity here. You got to be in the Derek Stingley sweepstakes.
I like Derek Stingley.
Right. But that's best case scenario, is that you're that bad to lose that many games and get a guy who can, help you transform this defense and let the defense catch up with the young stars that you have on offense. We're not saying it's all bad. We're just saying it's going to be a bad year.